Okay, hey everybody, this is Adrie there, and I'm here for another video on Should You Play. And today we are talking about Demonheart the Cursed Trial. So just a heads up, I have to tell you this, I got this game for free through Keymailer. Thank you Roland Crown Studios, who made this wonderful game, and gave me a key. So I did play this game on stream, and you know what? I fucking loved it. I couldn't put it down. It's great. So what is Demonheart the Cursed Trial? Just in case you don't know, it is a visual novel, specifically an otome game. Otome refers to woman in Japanese, and otome visual novel games are typically you have a female protagonist and you are potentially romancing men and women, or anything else that whoever puts in their game. So this is Demonheart the Cursed Trial. It is made by Roland Crown Studios. This is their, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth game. So Demonheart the Cursed Trial is a part of their Demonheart series. So they have Demonheart, which is a visual novel with more Western style, with a more Western art style. And they have Demonheart Hunters, which is a CRPG, kind of in the vein of Baldur's Gate. And they have Demonheart the Ice Demon, and this is when they switched more to an anime style art. And then they have Demonheart the Cursed Trial, which is the latest Demonheart game. They also have another game called Jester/King. That is another otome visual novel that's set in a completely different world from my understanding. I haven't played any of the other games, but I've kept an eye on this studio for a bit, just because I play a stupid amount of otome games. And they caught my interest with the game that is kind of like Baldur's Gate, a CRPG. I thought that was cool. All their games are pretty much otome games, and I love otome games, so So I kept an eye on them for a while, and I saw them on Keymailer and requested a key, and they were very nice enough to give it to me. So that being said, this is a visual novel. Keyword is novel. If you don't like to read, you're not gonna like this. If you like to read, you probably will like this. So, haven't played any of their other games, but after getting through Demonheart the Cursed Trial, I will buy the other ones. I've already bought Demonheart Hunters, not realizing it's the second game, and I probably should have bought Demonheart first, but oh well. So I'll eventually play that. I'm gonna wait to get Demonheart at some point and play that first, and then do Demonheart Hunters. We'll see what happens. Long list of games to get through, but maybe I'll stream them. I don't know, or maybe I'll just make videos on them. So, this is Rolling Crown is an indie studio. They are making otome games, and it doesn't seem like they're using RenP, which is typically what I see indie visual novel companies use. I haven't seen anything about RenP yet, so could be wrong about that, but I haven't noticed it. You have new game, load game, settings, extras, which has credits and follow the dev and back. And this is kind of hidden by my VTuber, but there's like little ads about their social media and their other games. Only thing I haven't seen that I feel like should be seen is there is not a gallery for the pretty art that pops up during the game. So if you play visual novels or you otome games, you should know that usually there are these, I don't know what CG stands for, cutscene graphics, I don't know. Everyone calls them CGs, whatever. Very pretty art pictures to kind of display what's being described as text, usually kind of flirty, it's a big deal. People save this crap as it's not crap, but people save this stuff for wallpapers and crap for their computers and their phones and stuff. So I mean, these are important. So I'm disappointed that they don't have a gallery, and I haven't played any of the other games, but considering this doesn't have a gallery, I assume the others don't have a gallery either. So that's something they need to add, just as someone who's played visual novels and otome games for a decade plus at this point. You should add that in 100%, no question. So let's talk about Demonheart the Cursed Trial. It's a otome game. You're playing a female protagonist. You have choices. It's a visual novel. It's kind of like a choose your own adventure book, right? You have choices. You can be a good girl. You can be a bad girl. So that's kind of novel is, and I do really like, is you are getting good and bad choices to play your character, whether you want to be a little goody two shoes or you want to be getting a little bit of trouble, or a mixture of both. So I find that interesting. Personally, I can't really pick the bad choices. I feel bad. So usually I do go back through and play games and do pick the other routes and pick the choices I don't normally pick, but like it's just like playing through the first time I can't pick the bad choices. I just can't. So we're going to get into the game real quick since there's not a gallery to show you, but so you start out and you get to name your character. Aaron is the standard. And let's see, settings, we're going to do, you can turn off show relationship notifications and music volume. I'm not seeing a skip text speed. Okay, here's a skip down here. So you can skip text, give your menu. So the game is called Demonheart. You are a Demonheart. That means you're kind of immortal. And you and like 6 other people get spirited away to this weird ass village with no one else. And you guys are trying to survive for 7 days and entertain demons, apparently. So, see, you have a log, pretty standard. And here's where you can see your alignment. So here's good and tactful, good and defiant, being like, hey, fuck you, bitch. Evil and defiant, and then tactful and evil. So I just want to say I really do like the art. I do think the art is really solid. Is it the best art I've ever seen in a visual novel? No. I mean, I play Japanese visual novels. You can't beat those. But this is a very good art style. It's very distinct. It stands out. It's not super Western. It's not super anime. Like, I feel like it stands out. Like, seeing the art, I think it's the same artist for this one as it is for Ice Demon. And I can kind of tell. So the artist has a distinct style that stands out from all the other visual novel otome games on Steam, because there's a lot of them. So this game is in early access. The first 3 chapters are out for you to enjoy. The game is $20 if you want to buy it. $20 is pretty standard for an otome game, an indie otome game, so I don't think the price is bad. It's also very long, so you know you're gonna get your money's worth out of it if you like to read. Again, if you don't like to read, it's a visual novel, so if you don't like to read, I can't help you. So, but let's look at the romance options, and I have a bunch of saves because I've been playing choices and going back. So let's pull this up and kind of try to, let's see. So this is some characters in the game. I'm not going to go into too much detail. You're seeing a little bit of spoiler here, but you know, whatever. Google spoilers too. This is Ron. I don't know if I'm saying his name correctly. I don't know if I'm saying anyone's names correctly. I don't worry about it. He's your good night guy. I'm going to assume he's not really a stereotype. We're only 3 chapters in, so I assume he's going to kind of like build a lot more. I like him a lot. He's my go-to. He's who I'm going to romance first. Well, I did romance first. I romanced him on stream. And then, so he's the, you know, good night guy guard. Has a little bit of chin hair there. I think the art, again, is very good for all the characters. The characters seem very well designed. That's very important for a visual novel. Like, the novel is important. Like, the story has to be good, but also the visual aspect has to be good too. Both has to be good for it to be a good visual novel. If you have amazing art, but the story is shit, no bueno. If you have an amazing story and the art is shit, no bueno also. Granted, for me, like, the story does kind of carry in way more. This has a great story. I love it. I was streaming it, and I usually don't stream for super long time. And I streamed for a very long time when I was playing this because I really just wanted to finish it because I was really enjoying myself. So keep that in mind. The story is actually very solid. It is good. Especially for like an indie visual novel. I've played a lot of them. So the stories are kind of meh. I feel like this one's actually good. I actually feel like this one has somewhat of a better story than some of the Japanese visual novels I played. So, yeah, my opinion, take it as you will. Excuse me. Okay, so that's guy number 1. See, here's guy number 2. So this is Kaisar. he likes to stick his tongue out at you. I think it's actually kind of disturbing when he sticks his tongue out at me. I guess he's kind of seen as maybe like the evil bad girl path. I don't know. He kind of like weirded me out a little bit at some points, but then I played through his route a little bit, and he grows on you. I do like both routes. I still like Ron better of the two. And then I need to show you this other character who you can't romance. But if the devs ever see this video, please, for the love of God, can we romance him? Please? No, I shouldn't do that one. We'll go with this one. So this is Ray's, and he's the demon. And he's the demon who's trapped you here. And he's really fucking hot. And apparently, you don't get to romance him. What is this shit? He needs to be added as a hidden route. I don't know if they do hidden routes because I haven't played any of their other games, but please, for the love of God. Now what I did find out is he's from the first two games, Demonheart and Demonheart Hunters, and you can romance him there. But those games are the more Western art style, which I don't like as much. I think he looks significantly better in this. Just, you know, my opinion. So this is the guy who pops up, and he's very much eye candy, and he's very much not romanceable, which makes me sad. So... But yeah, so, and this is one of the characters, Anaya. So there's like, you know, 6 NPCs that you are adventuring with. There are lots of routes. There are some bad ends where you die. I've seen people say they've died off of choices in early access. I haven't figured out how to die yet. I haven't been murdered. I've been put in some awkward situations, but not murdered. So, overall, I think this visual novel is very solid and very promising. The only complaint I have with it is it's words, guys. I can totally word. Is that it's in early access. I like to, you know, play things, watch things, read things when they're complete. It's really good, and I want more. And I've run out. There's no more. I'm at the end. I finished chapter 3. I can't see chapter 4, 5, 6, or 7 yet because it's not finished. And I'm very excited for when those chapters come out. And they're not coming out soon enough, unfortunately. The dev is working very, very, very hard to get them out, and they're all supposed to be out by next July. But I want it now. So that's kind of problematic for me because I'm like, I want it now. I want to see where this goes. I want to get my romance in. So if you don't like to wait for stuff, probably don't buy the early access. But if you're fine with waiting and, you know, being on suspense for the next couple months, yeah, this is worth the money. It's a solid visual novel, solid art style. The dev is actively working on it, and it's a great game. Another thing you could do is if you're like, hey, you know, I don't necessarily want to buy the early access one right now because it's not finished, go buy their others. Haven't played the others, but just based off of this, like, they gotta be good. You know, maybe this one is better than the others because typically a lot of people, as they make more games, they get better at it, right? But just based off of how good the storytelling is and the choices so far and the romance options, I would be very surprised if the other ones were bad. So I think they're solid. I've been playing this, and I'm planning to buy the rest of their games to play through them at some point. So they have convinced me that, hey, they know how to write a story and a romance. And that's what I want. I like to be romanced. So anyway, if you're on the fence, buy it. It's a fun time. You could also wait for it to go on sale on Steam, possible, or you could pick up their other titles on Steam. I think currently while this video will be published, they have a sale going on with their other games, and I think Demonheart, which is the very, very first one, is on sale for like $5.99 on Steam. So, you know, that's like what? That's like McDonald's meal at this point. You know, not that expensive. So give it a chance, and if you like this video, please give me a subscribe. I need them very badly. And please give it a like and keep an eye out. I really love otome games. I love video games in general, but I am planning to play more otome games. It's been a minute since I've really played them. It's been a couple years. Final Fantasy XIV took over my life when COVID hit, and I haven't really played otome games very much. But I'm getting back into it because I like romance and I like books and reading, and probably will be doing more reviews on specifically otome games on my channel just because I like to play those. And I don't care if anyone else is watching because you know what? I'm going to play what I enjoy, and I like romance. Also, one of the reasons I played Dragon Age and Baldur's Gate and all those games is for the sexy, sexy romance times. So anyway, have a good night, day, evening, whatever time it is for you when you're watching this. And thank you very much, and bye-bye.